already turned up. That's just a great way to start everything, guys. Muted microphone, that's cool. No co-host because whatever, either I'm retarded or Gmail doesn't work. Take your pick, which one of those is more likely. Um, so we're trying to get Zach on. Daniel abandoned us this week. He's off someplace, probably flying someplace because he's part of the bourgeoisie. He has all that Bitcoin money stashed away. He's living like pretty much like one of your overlords at this point. But I mean, if we ever get him on here, we'll be sure to let him know about that. I'm Tim Baker. By the way, if you haven't met me already, I'm pretty much the entire center of the podcast. I'll take. I'm kind of shit on the bottom part of it a lot, but I feel like I'm a top.
Hey,
There we go, Zach. Did it finally work? Whoa.
yeah, it
Okay, we
did.
have Zach. The
Dude, don't
thing.
invite Dan because everything sucks right now, and the only good thing we could have left is if you and me steal this show from Dan.
Well, no, I'm kind of looking forward to inviting him and then just muting him and banning him eventually.
Okay, yeah, do that.
Yeah, much more about that. But this is and mine, yours and mine, our wonderful podcast host, co-host, fellow Zach. Hello.
Hey, everybody, go fill out the poll. Well, if Dan made that poll, don't, because then it's stupid.
No. Actually, if there's an other part to it, just say other and then comment "fuck you, Daniel" right underneath it. Fucking lost. You got your podcast, Jack, bro. Uh-oh. But yeah, okay, we're gonna be talking about. I haven't really gotten into this yet, Zach, but you'll help me introduce this as well. You did already kind of mention this about everything sucks now. It's pretty much a consensus. The left already was saying it whenever Trump got elected. Now everybody's saying it because it's just shitty. Everything kind of sucks right now. There's a new iPhone that's going to be like $10 billion. There's going to be all kinds of new shit. Bitcoin's down. So, I mean, at this point, we might as well just kill ourselves. There's not really anything.
Yeah,
worth
if you
living
go
for.
if you go to the poll, try and name one good thing left in the world.
Nothing. There is nothing.
You can't. You can't name anything.
Nothing even works anymore. Exactly. But we're going to kind of temper our anger, and we're going to not deal with the issues in a responsible adult way.
No.
We're not going to use anger to actually force a good change. We're going to complain and whine because that is more fun for a podcast. Because if it's the other way, you just go, fuck it. And that's the best advice for it, because then there's no good worrying about it. Everything's always going to suck, probably. Just because of the way we deal with things, and because people like Daniel exist too. They always make things worse. But yes, please tune in today to hear us complain, and we will be taking your complaints as well. And you can voice your complaints and get your issues out there, the things that you think matter but probably don't. Please just let us know, because that's what we do.
Nothing's good. Nothing matters. Like, we're just here because we have nothing else to do. Yeah. Bitcoin's fallen through the floor. The new iPhone doesn't even have a home button anymore, and it costs $1,000. Everyone who has iPhone wants a better battery, and iPhone or Apple says, "Oh, you want a better battery? Hold on, we'll just take the home button and now pay us $1,000." And they call it their new iPhone. I hate them. Why doesn't Jamie Dixon or whatever his name is hate on the new iPhone instead of Bitcoin and ruin life for all of us? Because now the price has fallen through the floor. Dan messaged me and said the link that I just used isn't working for him. He says, "I think I'm stuck out." Yes.
Good. There. This is the market working and keeping certain people.
This is the market forces giving the people what they want.
This is like Trump's wall, but it actually works. This is cool. I like this.
The Google Hangout wall.
There's oh yeah, exactly. The great Google Hangout wall.
Yeah.
Do we have to do any kind of? He didn't really say anything about any plugs, but do you want to make up any plugs, Sam? Or your name isn't Sam, Zach?
No, I don't. Yeah. No plugs. Butt plugs. Bitcoin butt plugs.
I'm all for butt plugs.
No plugs besides that. Yeah, I don't know. Jeez.
I think you should go out and buy shampoo. Start stockpiling shampoo. I think that's the next big thing. They're going to come for that. That's where all the price cuts are going to
They don't
come.
want you to be clean.
Yeah, exactly. In a socialist utopia, everybody has dandruff. It's whatever.
People are actually, tons of people are, I was reading something that maybe because of the hurricanes, maybe because of Bitcoin, who the hell knows? But all these rich people are buying rooms or floors even in these like underground end of the world silo shelter things that are like hundreds, I think hundreds, maybe at least dozens, I don't know, hundreds of floor stories into the ground with every sort of thing you could ever imagine on a floor, like exercise, pool, gym, cafeteria, tons of sleeping areas, entertainment. And so that's what rich people are spending their money on these days. If you want another reason why the world sucks, because it's going to end and they're all going to be safe hundreds of feet in the ground in a silo, and we'll be above ground with dandruff, worthless Bitcoin. That's it, and then you'll die. So
oh, good. Life sucks, and then you die.
Yeah.
What do you think the currency would the currency then be? I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I mean, why not have a digital currency at that point? Rich people will, after we're all dead, rich people will bring back Bitcoin, and then they'll be rich all over again. Because you won't have room at the end of the world in that silo for a massive Federal Reserve printing press to shell out fake green paper money. But yeah, so probably Bitcoin at some point.
No, yeah, it'd be safer too. You don't have to worry about like Mad Max, like sending money across and people like jacking your money out of your trucks and everything.
Yeah, I agree. I actually haven't seen Mad Max yet. I should watch that. I heard it's really good.
Yeah, the new one. Have you seen any of the old ones?
No, I haven't seen any of them. I've seen the trailer for the new one, but that's it.
I've seen the first two. The third one has Thunderdome in it. I don't really remember watching it. It's like Thunderdome, and then there's like this giant, like I think he ends up being like a retarded guy, but he has a midget on his shoulder who like guides him, but he's like beating up Mel Gibson.
Huh.
Never mind. This is so off topic. Don't even worry.
No, that's funny.
See, I even suck. Everything sucks. This is such a bad pod.
Oh, wait, I have a plug for something. Wait, where'd it go? Here. This is something I wrote on Facebook that people liked. Or not on Facebook. I'm on Reddit. How do I get this?
Reddit.
Reddit's fun because maybe it's not fun. Maybe it's stupid. Okay, here. So this is Dr. Seuss. Green Eggs and Ham is nothing more than an allegorical tale of a 21st century consumer hating, then trying, then loving Bitcoin. I think that's true. So someone out there should just rewrite Green Eggs and Ham as Bitcoin and ham, or just Bitcoin, I guess. That wouldn't suck. That'd be funny. I'd read a Dr. Seuss book about Bitcoin. We could probably. Nope, you can't do that. That's our idea. We could make some money off of that probably. So anyone out there listening who was gonna do that, you can't. I'm going to.
Yeah, guys. Fuck off on Zach's copyright. This is my intellectual property.
So another thing that sucks is all these hurricanes.
I mean, I don't. They haven't really affected me. No.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit.
It did fuck with my gas for a little bit. It did fuck with my gas. No, I mean that definitely that no, like literally that does suck. Like you're just sitting in your house and then all of a sudden they're just like, yeah, like this thing's just gonna fuck everything up. And they're like, well, I pay taxes.
It's the size of France. This big fly.
If I believed in like the whole thing of like you should be like the paying it, like how they do it in America is the best like system, I would get so pissed off in natural disaster. It was like, I pay taxes. Why the fuck is my house gone? Like, you should be able to stop like a hurricane. It feels like, at least to me, it feels like sometimes
greatest nation in the world, and you can't even stop a hurricane. Like,
no.
Why are we even here?
It's a bunch of water in the air. What's so bad about that?
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't it right? Like
Yeah,
our hurricane.
water. Well, eventually it has people and houses in it because our taxes don't stop
Sharks,
it.
man. Always sharks.
And shark. Yeah, no, there was an article that one of the not Irma, but Harvey, I think, or maybe Irma, I don't know. But there were sharks in the hurricane. There were pictures of sharks flipping around in the hurricane. So there's that too. You just can't. Nothing is good in this world.
Well, yeah, no, it's like it's like, oh, cool, all this shit is from movies, but it's all like the really bad stuff, the stuff where it's like, no, this is the awful thing that's happening, and then we're kind of just like, yeah, I guess it's happening to them down there. I don't know.
Yeah, it's happening to them. My friend lived in a like apartment building, and he was on the 14th floor, and his room was flooding from this. No sharks, I don't think, but it's just insane. Like,
where was he?
Down in Florida.
Okay, like how far in did it get? I thought I heard like
it like swerved off. I guess he would have to be in. I don't know exactly where he is. It would have to be in what is that? Western Florida, I guess, like on the Western Panhandle area, because it kind of veered off for a while, or maybe not. I don't know. I forget the trajectory of the hurricane.
But yeah, overall, yes, you are correct, Zach. The hurricane sucked.
Yeah.
What else sucks? I mean, president sucks. He's kind of just there, just still kind of doing the same shit, but not anything that he said he was doing. Like they always
imagine
do.
imagine if Donald Trump cared about people. Imagine how many like good people he could make wealthy by just sending out a 140 character tweet that says, I'm buying 20 Bitcoin right now. You should too. Like the price would skyrocket. And if he is like a billionaire or whatever, he can like shell out a few clams, like collect a few Bitcoin, and millions of people would see that and be like, oh shit, Donald Trump's buying this, whatever Jamie Dixon thinks is a scam. Maybe it's legit. And now true, like now that I'm saying that, I'm thinking like if Donald Trump said that, a bunch of these white, like Nazi, nationalist, white supremacist people would be buying and using Bitcoin all of a sudden. Maybe they already are. Who knows?
I would say I would say they probably are. Maybe that's why we kind of talked about it a little bit ago, but maybe that's why Bitcoin does. It's kind of shitty because those are the kind of people who's going to use it. Yeah.
Yeah. But imagine how rich we would be if we own Bitcoin and Donald Trump sends out a tweet, hey, be a good American and buy some Bitcoin. It would be unbelievable. So
fuck the Federal Reserve, get some Bitcoin.
What you just said, I could see him saying that. Like if they don't pay for his wall to be built or whatever, one day, like his last year in office, he's like, all right, fuck this, buy Bitcoin.
It's all a scam.
Yeah. See this green paper money? This is a scam. Buy Bitcoin. I would lose my shit if that happened. That'd be hilarious.
There'd be celebrating on the streets. I would just burn couches for no reason just because I could. I'm like, did you hear what he said? You're like, yeah, he said, I don't know. This is some weird fucking thing he tweeted.
Yeah. Honestly, why doesn't someone... All right, I do not condone this behavior if anyone listening does it. But if someone wanted to artificially boost the price of Bitcoin, you can hack his Twitter account so easy. Just like send a tweet out for him that says, buy Bitcoin, and it'll be great.
Well, yeah. I mean, does it suck that what happened to what was his name? The Tom Cruise? No, not Tom Cruise. Ted Cruz.
What happened to Tom Cruise?
Ted Cruz.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
That kind of sucked. Like in his position, you just go, "Oh fuck!"
Oh,
that's like that. Yeah. That like like you feel like you're just gonna shit yourself moment.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't understand those. Like why? Like he sees it on his feed, obviously, but why would he feel the need to like it? Like everyone sees what you like. Like why not just retweet it or reply to it or something? It have the same effect. Like.
I mean, they're saying right now that it was an intern, which
I don't make any sense.
I kind of want to believe it. I thought it made a little bit, depending on what account because it's probably his like official account, which like There's no way they let Hillary touch her Twitter account after what she fucking did with the emails. No, you do not touch and you read books and you talk to things, bitch. Okay, you don't play with anything right now. We don't even give you a PS4 controller. You might just send it to them or something.
You don't even get a Kindle.
It's just too confusing for her. She's gonna start just typing in secrets. Actually, Bush did 9/11. Hillary, get it off. Stop it.
Jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams. Hillary, shut up.
But it doesn't.
But it doesn't.
Yeah, that sucks for him, I guess. I mean, if you liked the video, if you went to the sake of liking the video, like what if he knew exactly what he was doing and he was like, fuck it. Like, I don't like, this will get me either attention, or he was like, this porn was so good. And I'm sure that porn video has gotten so many more views now.
Oh, like, yeah. They're probably, yeah. See, they're probably making a lot of, like, a decent amount of money off of that from ads, at least more than they were, just because
that's a great ad. That's all over the news for, like, I'm sure CNN has run that.
And if Donald Trump, the odds of you watching this are probably very low, but if you do, out of all of the controversial tweets that you send, if you could do me a solid, I didn't vote for you, so you should know that, but if you could just do me a solid and send out a tweet in favor of Bitcoin, maybe you could even buy one or 20 or a million. You probably have plenty of dough just laying around. And that would be great for me personally. I would benefit a lot. And a lot of other good people would benefit too. And if there are your like Nazi buddies in Bitcoin and you really want to help them, they would also benefit, unfortunately. But it's true. They would benefit if they're in Bitcoin and you did this. I just think this is a great idea. Someone should write a letter to the president and ask him.
Listen,
dear Donald Trump.
Yeah. Get your constituents to just put money into Bitcoin, then just pump it. And I know he just goes, I really don't think trans people should be allowed to use Bitcoin or something like that. And then every single person retweets it. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What? So you do that, and then that gets Bitcoin everywhere. More people get involved with it. And then it does have that thing where like, well, it sounds like he's supportive of it, but it's not him outright going,
right, this
is good. I like this.
It's like, well, we can't pay for the wall. Mexico won't pay for it. We need to raise some Bitcoin to pay for it. So he posts a border wall Bitcoin address on whitehouse.gov, and he just asked everyone to send donations to it. That would boost the price.
Yeah, no. Do you know what we're supposed to like share whenever we tell people to look for an address? It's like
look for what?
You mean BTC/live, or go through Twitter. I'm lazy. Use that to find the website. Use that to find the podcast.
Oh yeah.
You can go to
the place you need to be right now, what does Dan say? YouMeandBTC.com. You can actually, the greatest thing that, let me show you, YouMeandBTC.com. This is what I see every time I log on, and it's great. Let me put on screen share. This right here.
It's a nice way to start your day.
Yeah. So here, it's the title. Whoops, not that shit. Emo Bitcoin. Does the universe suck? Is anything good? Answer the first question, yes. Answer the second question, no. You mean BTC. That's where you should be tonight and listening to us. We could be reality here is that we could be the only thing that gets you through another 24 hours in this miserable world. Just Tim and me. Be thankful Dan's not on the show right now.
Oh, be so thankful. Be so happy you don't have to deal with him right now. But actually, no, literally, like, we are here for you guys. We're here to keep someone from going out. Just don't go out hurt anybody. Don't go out and hurt yourself.
Don't sell your Bitcoins. That would hurt you.
Sell your Bitcoins. Don't try to talk to people and get to know them, because then they'll keep on trying to talk to you whenever you realize you don't care. Just focus on what we're talking about. Realize that it's okay to just think the world sucks. That's cool, as long as you hold your Bitcoins.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna steal that before the episode's even over as my advice for the week. the world can suck, and it's okay to say the world sucks as long as you hold your Bitcoin. Who cares if that's what you're doing? Exactly. I also picked up some quality reading material recently. This is the Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. Funny story, Friedrich Engels was very rich. If he was alive today, he would probably be holding Bitcoin. I kid you not, probably would. Very smart entrepreneurial fellow. Karl Marx, not so much. He was a little off the rails. It's a real page turner. Check it out if you need some uplifting literature material to peruse.
To unite you with the proletariat across the world.
Yes. Bitcoin could unite the proletariat.
I've definitely see, that's like what you see on the forums. It's either like libertarian / anarcho-capitalist or socialist. And
yeah, that's true. Yeah. All these socialist people think that corporatism is controlling everything, which corporatism runs pretty deep in this country. And they want to throw off their oppressive capitalist overlords by using capitalist Bitcoin. But I mean, different strokes for silly folks. So I don't care. Use Bitcoin. It could work. Dan Brown says he is watching.
Oh, good.
But the key thing about him watching is he can't say anything. So
he was trying to chat in this thing before, I think.
Everyone's ban him. Everyone's welcome to watch.
Everyone besides Daniel.
Yeah, true.
But he did add something in before, and I think we were talking about this before, and I've definitely complained about this before, I think, and I'll feel bad about this after. But what about, like, do you think that I have no basis for this, so I guess I'll turn this into a question so I don't look like so much of an asshole.
Yeah, okay.
Because I do legitimately get annoyed when I see a bunch of like pages for like donate to this for the relief or something like that. But that's mostly just because I'm so, I guess, cynical. I was like, no, this can't be real. This person's definitely just taking the money. But like we know now that shit like the Red Cross pretty much they take most of the money and kind of waste it. Do you donate to anything? Because I don't.
Yeah.
Very kind of like I'll do a little bit of the Patreon type stuff for like projects, but
So maybe it makes me a bad person, but I don't really, honestly. Like I would donate some Bitcoin and stuff, and I was actually talking with a friend about this the other day. I just honestly don't donate a lot because I know if I were to donate like $100, maybe 25 of those $100 would actually go to the person in like cash form. I don't know if the Red Cross gives out cash, but other organizations that I could donate to, or an actual like food, water, medical supplies, that sort of thing. And the rest would just be burned up in overhead. So we were talking, another cool idea that no one can take because it's mine. If Venmo or something would just create a centralized layer where anyone, just like at Irma Relief is just like the Venmo handle, because a lot of us use Venmo or PayPal or anything, and I could just send $25 through Venmo directly to at Irma Relief, and it would dispense that equally to every victim. Every victim would have a Venmo account, and I could just shoot them money directly. Like if 1 million people gave $25 to a aid Venmo address, and that 25 million was distributed evenly amongst a couple 100,000 people directly, no Red Cross, no overhead, nothing, then they could pay these heinous price gouging evil capitalists who are trying to sell them water to live. They could buy food, buy a ticket out of there, something, and there would be no overhead. Sure, like Red Cross does good stuff that just Venmo can't replace necessarily, but I think like I would donate to that. If Venmo just like, or Facebook or something, put up an address, hey, send this to a pool, it'll be distributed to every victim proportionally or evenly, I would, hell yeah, I just like shoot him $25 and be like, I'm sorry that this Sharknado wrecked your house.
I'm sorry you have a shark in your tub.
Here's some money. But so many of these charities are just like eat up so much of the money that I'm donating. Maybe it makes me a bad person. You can let me know in the comment section of this video but I think I I don't really. So yeah, I don't know.
'Cause,
But that's a cool idea, right? Have a Venmo address I can just shoot money to these victims. Maybe
yeah,
not.
I
Maybe it's
mean,
shit.
because you can kind of, at least for me, it's I can pretty much just rationalize, well, I'm like, oh, this isn't even getting to them, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I'd like to think I would donate more if I could be like it was all gonna go, but I can't really say. I get like weirdly generous sometimes where I'm just, oh, here's $5, and like, but I'll do it for like two, and then for like years I won't do anything. But
Yeah. Also, at some point, like I would, if I was to donate $100, I'd rather just spend that $100 on like gas and food and drive down and help people like evacuate or feed them or something myself. Like get some friends. So a couple of friends and I were gonna rent like a van or something, buy a ton of food, and go down and I don't know. We didn't really plan it past that point. Like hand out food, I guess. And be like, "Do you
some
want a PB and
crackers.
J? You get a PB and J, and you get a Dasani water, and here's some Doritos, kid." But I don't know. That'd be fun. I do love helping people. Like I've gone all over the U.S., the world, helping people. But I'm not. I don't know. Yeah, I
It
guess
does.
maybe you
Yeah.
just rationalize it away like you. We're both terrible people. Everything sucks. We
That's the
suck.
thing, though. Daniel doesn't do anything, but he'd be like, "No, like I think that's good." Daniel, I mean, I don't know. He probably would be with us because he's a pushover. But again, I put it in the chat before. Hashtag down with Dan. If we can get that
Yes.
going to the point where people actually think
Hashtag
we're threatening his life, that'd be great. I want the police to be called over this. Uh,
Speaking about threatening his life, the Martin Shkreli or whoever, the
yeah, what happened with
far-
that?
farmer bro, he got thrown in jail for putting a ransom or something for Hillary Clinton's hair on Facebook. I didn't see what he
Oh, I remember that. I
posted,
remember that. Yeah.
but he like
He's-
offered to pay someone for her hair. I guess scalping is apparently still illegal in the US. Who knew?
he wanted to test something with the DNA, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
remember seeing someone else retweet it like weeks ago, and then I was like, "Oh, are they gonna let him do that? Oh, this is weird."
Yeah, that sounds illegal.
uh, okay, yeah, because I kind of heard about that recently in passing that he was getting fucked with now. He sucks, I guess, but again, we've definitely talked about him before. He's the dude with the cancer pill, right?
Yeah,
Like
he
the guy that
yeah.
jacked up the price. So that's the pro. Now everyone's, yeah, dude, like throw him in jail, fuck him, fuck him, fuck him. Which I kind of see, but I also don't. I don't know. I just don't really care about Hillary. Maybe I understand making it a law that you can't just tell people to take somebody else's hair, but I kind of feel like if you can't keep your own hair, you shouldn't go outside. But whatever.
Yeah.
We're nerfing the world, man. And we're losing listeners. Okay, Daniel. Hopefully you're still out there. I hope you can never get on here. I hope you have to watch us.
That'd be great.
Yeah, Mr. Hires in the chat reminded us all of why we hate ourselves,
Why?
and Bitcoin died today. And I think Daniel tried to tell me something. The guy from JPMorgan says some shit.
Oh yeah, the CEO of JPMorgan said it's a fraud and Bitcoin is going to burst. And the funny thing though is, so I thought at first it was the current CIO of JPMorgan who would technically then like work in this C-suite, but like not as high as the CEO, obviously. But he's actually the former CIO of JPMorgan. He tweeted a couple hours later, Jamie Dion or Dixon or something, whatever his name is, you're a great boss, the GOAT CEO, but shut the fuck up about Bitcoin because you don't know anything about it. He just said that on Twitter. I was like, that took some fat nuts. But he doesn't work there anymore, so he can say whatever he wants. But true, like I would retweet that. But the funny thing is though, JP Morgan has like it's been going on for 2 years, I think, like a whole crew of developers working on a closed blockchain for their company, obviously. Like so many companies bash Bitcoin, all this stuff, while they simultaneously have massive crews and comp sci wonks and that sort of thing working on developing their own blockchain. I don't know why they hate on Bitcoin blockchain so much.
They hate
I think,
us because they ain't us. I hate.
yeah, that's why. I don't know. But then maybe Jamie just sort of hadn't bought any Bitcoin yet, and he was real butthurt about it. And he knew if he said something, the price would dip. He could get in, and then it would go back up. So it was really a ploy for him to get in, to get some action, get in on the fun. Which I would respect that if he like sort of gamed it out that way. I'd also be a little salty, but I mean, like, I always take advantage of the dips. I'm never mad when the price falls. Yeah, so I don't know. That's all. That's the extent of my thoughts on that.
Yeah, it sucks like everything. It
Yeah,
died.
again, go to the poll, select other, and try to name one thing that doesn't suck. Just one thing. You can't do it.
One thing that's good. Okay. Yep. No, I can't even do it. Shit.
Speaking of sucky things, do you know how many species go extinct every day? I don't honestly, but some environmental green thumb nerd friend told me that there's a bunch of species that go extinct every day. So there's another sucky thing. She was really amped about it. Oh, speaking of animals, here's a random thought. There's this new subculture on Twitter that I've been observing over the past couple of months sort of evolve out of Bitcoin. Some of them are like core developers, and some of them are just like smart people who've been in it for a while. There's like this massive like meat-eating carnivore steak culture. Just like people put, and the funniest part of it is they put like hashtag proof of steak as in STEAK for I know it's really lame but kind of funny. They're just like post all these pictures of red meat and them grilling out, and they're like, the two things you need in life are one, hodl Bitcoin, and two, red steak. It's just yeah, it's kind of bizarre. I don't know, because I think of Bitcoin as like nerdy, like white skinny kids, not like ripped meat devouring carnivorous older men. Mature men.
Describe twinks and bears.
Yeah.
That is probably what makes up Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Tell us in the chat, do you eat steaks? Are you a ripped older man?
Yeah, would you support this like this carnivorous Bitcoin subculture, or do you just like pretty straight edge, stick with the buy and hold strategy and don't really care about proof of stake?
Okay, the Grand Poobah in the chat. Well, one Ryan Huber said I'm lagging out. I think he's talking to me.
No, you're lagging out, Ryan Huber.
Oh, nice. You got him. Fuck yeah. There you go. Wax sauce, yo. But the Grand Poobah said spanking chicks doesn't suck. I don't know. The spelling kind of bothers me. I've never liked the chicks with an X. I don't know why. I'm just a purist. I don't like to think about, whenever I envision women, I only like to envision young baby chickens. Specifically young baby chickens.
I guess you might have a point, Grand Poobah, but that's kind of, I don't know. I'm just gonna ignore that. Everything still sucks.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. It's not spanking chicks is an action, not a state of being.
Right. Exactly.
Any bearing on
that's brilliant. You cannot. Plus, it has to come to an end at some point. Like you cannot infinite. If you enjoy that, you cannot infinitely do it. Like there will come an end, and that end sucks. It's fine.
It just makes things a little bit better, and then so much worse afterwards. So no, thank you for reminding us for another thing that sucks.
Another thing that sucks. Oh jeez.
Brian Huber says he's a string bean. Tell us in the chat, or in the talk in the chat, but also at the poll. Go to other and then tweet at Daniel. Tell him if you're a skinny little beanpole or if you're an older gentleman.
Yes.
And then Daniel will be confused if he's not watching anymore. Hello, sir. Start DMing Daniel. Be like, send him pics. Send him pics.
And please, you have to use Tim's hashtag down with Dan. Tweet at YMB You can say I love steak. I'm an older man. I don't care, and then add hashtag down with it. He's gonna get tweets. I'm an older man. Period. Hashtag down with Dan.
Oh fuck! I did something wrong.
Why is Daniel not on here right now? This is his show.
I don't know. He just chatted at me. What? Why is Daniel? Because Daniel gives up on people. Because you know why? He sucks too.
He's a quitter.
Daniel's definitely a quitter. That's why he's getting married. He's just quitting. Hopefully he's still listening. What else sucks? Just I mean the government's kind of getting worse in general. Besides the president, we're looking at. I don't care as much about it. I used to get a lot more pissed off about like military propaganda and stuff and how kind of like glorified war and everything is in. I don't really care about it as much anymore because I understand at least. But I went to see it last Friday, which sucks.
Really?
It doesn't suck, but I want to be contrary. But it was this movie called what's the part of it was My Soldier or something like that, or I forget.
Is it an action movie?
No, it was like Shania Twain, right?
I have no idea.
She was no. I'm not asking. I'm more asking myself because again I suck. But she was introducing the movie with it. She's like, my new singles in this, and then just the whole trailer was literally like there was like this guy like running through a house like carrying like 7 people, saving them from explosions, and then it just showed like hundreds of dog tags, but like backlit with like gold and everything. And I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? But I was also a little bit, yeah. Anyway, that sucks. That tangent sucked a little bit too.
No, it was a good tangent. No, everything sucks. That sucked too.
You're already failing me about this. Okay, Daniel, who has hacked into our chat now, Ryan Huber's telling us to talk about crypto. But I mean, crypto does kind of suck. We're losing money on crypto. Everybody off the crypto. So it goes down lower so then I can buy more because I feel like an idiot now. So let's all send Bitcoin right back down to 2. Talk about Damone more. I want to know White. He says Bitcoin is the JPMorgan. Well, why he says Bitcoin is a failure and because he tried to patent it because they're always going to say like the thing that isn't controlled by them is stupid because it's dangerous. So that's why.
Yeah.
Everybody wants the technology for something, but nobody wants to deal with the actual consequences of running it by themselves. Everybody like, but I that makes life so much easier. God damn it. No, he's trying to, no. Back out, motherfucker. Get out of here. Okay, JPMorgan, because you suck too, JPMorgan. But yeah, no, that was our co-host. That's Daniel again. This is the You Mean BTC podcast. It is thanks in part a lot to Daniel, but we are bringing you a small revolution tonight because everyone talks about the resistance.
We are your resistance. We are your proletariat, and we're uniting against Daniel Bourgeoisie Brown. No. Why is he back, Tim?
Because he doesn't understand his place, and that's out in the streets.
Who was talking about spanking earlier? Someone go spank Dan.
Kick him out. All right. Well, I mean, that's a little bit weird. No, wait, no. Let's order him. Does that suck? Does ordering? Yeah, no. Bitcoin kind of sucks too because again, going back, if we order him a hooker to spank him, she might be a sex slave, and that sucks too.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, what's his name? Baloney Man or Big Dad or something? Yeah. Who was the chat user?
The Grand Poobah. Baloney Man.
The grand, the grand poobah.
Oh, ugly face. I'm putting up to his ear now. Go away. Nobody wants you.
Yeah, that. I don't. The grand poobah. I don't know. I quit. I quit.
Exactly. Gabriel. All right, these names are getting okay. Gabriel, Magius, Giants. Time to buy back cheaper. Exactly. I need it. We need it all the way down so that it's cheap as fuck, so we can buy the money, because then it won't suck when it's going back up. But it still sucks now. Daniel has really creepy audio right now. He's just kind of giggling.
He's breathing into it. Yeah.
So what the fuck are you doing, man? But that sucked. We're gonna keep him around just a little bit more because I feel like he's doing a better job than I even can of showing why he sucks. But yeah, what else sucks? Okay, Jay, keep on thinking, Jay.
Can you guys hear me?
Laughing so
no, we can't hear you.
Crap.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sorry, I'm just like I'm like posted up in an airport, so.
Did I hear your wife in the background?
You look super shady.
How does it anyway, did I miss anything good?
Yes, everything. No, it all sucked, Daniel.
Yeah, it all sucks. It sucks worse because now you're here. We told everyone to tweet at you. That's great.
Also,
all right.
What's your address right now? Where are you now?
I'm not gonna
wait. Hold on.
Somebody to spank you, motherfucker.
You're in an airport right now. Did you not learn your lesson the last time? You can't
oh my gosh.
travel.
That's a good. I know.
Do not say this. He's gonna have a panic attack in the middle of the airport.
Probably.
So God, I don't have anything. Please. They're like, sir, please, just leave. No, I don't have anything, sir. We're gonna need you to come with us. Oh God, why are you profiling me?
Yeah, I mean, it could happen.
So how are you? Does everything suck in your world right now?
Yeah, I've been stuck here for like 4 hours, 5. I don't know, like 6 hours now.
Wait, where? What? Your flight got delayed, or you came?
No, I'm just waiting to get picked up. That's all.
Well, some victims of Hurricane Irma are stuck in floodwaters for a lot more than damn 5 hours, Dan. So
yeah,
suck it up.
How can you even feel bad about that?
No,
these people don't even have homes anymore, man.
That's irrelevant to me. That doesn't affect me.
I don't care. I sat in a chair for goddamn hours. You know how bad that is? And I completely agree with him. Pain and everything like that is completely subjective. It's just as bad to be stuck sitting in an airport for 5 hours as it probably is with watching your child drown. Probably. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, you'll never know.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
Okay, I'll take you up on that. First one to have a kid loses. How much does he pay?
I'm not following.
I don't know.
Dan Brown pays us 2 Bitcoins if he has a kid before either you or I do.
All right.
If his wife has
I don't get it. Why is this the bet?
Because
we want your Bitcoin.
You ain't gonna have kids because you said I'm not gonna have kids. So you ain't allowed to have kids.
That's rude. You suck.
Yeah, exactly.
Why'd you say Tim can't have kids?
I didn't say he couldn't. I said he wouldn't.
That's kind of the same. Like practically he can't or wouldn't. I don't know.
It does tie back into the episode though, is it does suck.
Yes.
Like I wouldn't even be
okay, so there's been one glimmer of maybe not sucking this whole episode, and it's this one user in the chat called Grand Poo Nanny or something.
Mr. Bologna.
But yeah, Bologna. I don't even. What's the name of it, Tim? He's talking about spanking people, and it just got out of hand.
No, we were like, give us one thing. He was.
First of all, I can't see the chat, so let me know if anything good comes through. But
he said spanking chicks. With
he said the
an
one
X.
thing in the world that doesn't suck is spanking girls.
That it doesn't suck. Yeah, I suppose in some situations.
What does that mean?
That's a very diplomatic answer. I just sort of like dodged it completely. Like
Sometimes-
I'm not going there.
a little bit of yes, a little bit of no.
Oh no, hey, I got to get an answer to the thing that started all this, which was the tweet about all those people trying to raise money, the Bitcoiners. Like literally, it was days in advance. And the biggest thing, which I don't know if you read this. I replied in there somewhere about how there was no government involved. They just were like, "Oh, hey, let's raise some money. Does anyone know who's raising money in Miami? I'll give them some Bitcoin."
That's what.
I
Did
wanna
you hear
know-
my? Did you hear my Venmo sort of prototype idea? That's like.
Oh, I got a little bit of it.
Oh, so it's like we were talking. Tim asked me if I was a good person would donate to charity. I said no, but I would Venmo. Like if Venmo created a centralized pool of funds that I could just send $25 to at Irma Relief or something, and then everyone it would create another layer where victims could sign on and receive an equal distribution of all the money sent to that fund. Like hell yeah, I would just Venmo $100 to this hurricane relief pool fund, and it would be equally like if 1 million people did that, a couple 100,000 people who are victims would be like so much better off. There would be no overhead for it. Like obviously the Red Cross does good stuff. I'm not bashing them. I'm just saying they and a lot of similar organizations have a lot of overhead. Like I want to Venmo money to people who have hurricanes destroying their lives on top of everything else that sucks in the world. And I just think it's an idea worth considering. Or you could send him Bitcoin. Or you could send me Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Or Donald Trump could tweet about Bitcoin and we'd all be rich.
Oh yeah, I did hear all that stuff too. That was good. But
Yeah.
I don't know. What about like I feel like it's not that hard already. Like there's got to be ways that are just about as easy as Venmo. So does that mean you're a bad person if you don't?
I tried. I like withdrew 1,000 single $1 bills from the bank yesterday and tried to mail it to Miami. I got returned.
Dude, you just put
Just
Miami
address
on the
it to
envelope,
victim.
too. Miami,
Miami victim.
fucked over guy.
It was. I'd never received confirmation of delivery. I guess so.
Somebody probably got it. They're all just floating around.
Drop this out of the plane as you fly over.
Yeah, why don't we have Money Mayweather buy a helicopter and just drop cash everywhere? He wins money from beating people up. He should at least give some of that money.
Speaking of filthy rich people, here's something I saw the other day on Twitter. So I won't read the whole thing or say I don't know the whole chain of thought, but basically the conclusion was if Taylor Swift would have to work like or would have to do a concert like every single day for like 3 years straight and give all of that money to pay off 1 day of the interest on our debt, America's debt.
Wait, good
Lord.
Say that again?
She would have to work. She would have to do a concert every single day for 3 years straight to pay off 1 day's worth of interest.
Yeah,
like,
and
people say like Jamie Dixon or whatever the hell his last name is. He says Bitcoin's a scam. I say federal currency's a scam.
Yeah, exactly.
How much Bitcoin do you see funding the military-industrial complex that goes over and bombs children right out of existence when they're trying to walk to school? Or how many Bitcoins do you see buying cluster bombs that look exactly like yellow UN food aid canisters that little kids pick them up?
Little people.
Lunchbox, instead it's a bomb. And then there's no more little kid. That actually happens, and none of that's paid for in Bitcoin. It's paid for in cheap green paper money, which looks really similar to Monopoly money. I'm on like, I'm not an anarchist, but I'm like on a vibe right now. So
the one of the other good tweets I remember, speaking of Dixon, it's not Dixon, it's like Diamond or Demone or whatever, but screw him.
Yeah.
One of the other good ones was
he's a fraud. He's gonna burst.
It was like a horse and carriage CEO says cars are a fraud and will go away soon.
This is not something we have to worry about. This is unsustainable.
Yeah.
That's true though. Like, what's it in? There's this famous quote from some CEO, I guess he would technically be, when telephones were just starting to be a thing. He was in Britain. He's like, "Oh, telephones will never work. We have plenty of messenger boys running around England." So that guy is Jamie Dixon of like 18th century, 19th century England.
Makes sense to me.
England's-
Also, I'm gonna do another plug for quality reading material I picked up. It's technically not free, even though the proletariat should have free access to this resource. But if you want to copy the Communist Manifesto, check out your local Barnes and Nobles before they go under and bankrupt and succumb to the pressure of the capitalist overlords who don't want people to buy good books anymore.
Good, wholesome. I actually had I had one of my buddies just Snapchat me a picture of it, like he was doing with like zooming in like a horror movie, and I was terrified. But yeah, that's.
Oh, and you know what else Jamie Dixon said? He was like, Bitcoin is a fraud, and he said Bitcoin is only good for North Koreans, Venezuela, Colombia. I think he mentioned a third country, and murderers and drug dealers. But like, what's interesting about the countries is he was like, yeah, this cryptocurrency is only good for people with like in oppressive regimes with terrible mandated fiat currency. But in the real world, it will never work. It should be like banned and suppressed. But in oppressive regimes, it's great. Like,
yeah.
What?
We want freedom, but not too much freedom, because too much freedom is definitely the worst thing ever. Because, yeah, in this, again, it sucks. It really sucks because everyone's always scared of the individual. But well, it's the lone gunman. It's the lone
lone Bitcoin miner.
Yeah, hey. It's the lone business that's gonna fuck everybody over.
Also, speaking of things sucking, can we talk about the word emo? I didn't follow that whole conversation. I just put it in the title because why not?
John is half emo too, and he's a musician and everything. So
wouldn't that be cool though? Like, how many people do you think are actually emo Bitcoin people? Like, there's so many emo people out there. There's a large number of Bitcoiners out there, but where in the Venn diagram, how big do you think is like the intersect? I think it's very small, but I would like to meet an emo Bitcoiner.
There's a girl with a bullet for my Valentine shirt and a Bitcoin cap on.
Yeah, she's wearing like a red jumpsuit apparatus T-shirt as she's like paper walleting Bitcoin or something. Yeah, that'd be funny. She's like massive gauges and has like HODL tattooed on her forearm or something.
This is just how I feel.
Nothing means anything. Bitcoin.
Daniel could have very easily gone emo, I think. He has that kind of look to him.
Why do you say that?
Just because, like,
is vaping emo?
The way you think is only like a couple degrees away from the emo. Like, you just have to.
What's the way that I think?
No. In his defense, Daniel, what do they say? He's a cataclysm. He's a catastrophe skeptic, and emo people hook, line, and sinker buy into every possible catastrophe. Yeah. So
it's because Daniel isn't as you have to be more selfish, I think, than Daniel is to be like super emo, because you have to be like, my problems are so bad. And I understand, like, sometimes people have pretty shitty problems, even in America. I'm sure it sucks, but you're typing all this shit on a phone made with shit from children working in a mine in Rwanda, so whatever. And Daniel is a little bit less selfish than that. That's what I'm saying. If Daniel was a little bit more of a dick, he'd be walking around with the red jumpsuit apparatus. And
wait, I'm still trying to figure out how you think I think.
Emo.
Yeah, you are like you tend towards more of like a cynical kind of thing. Like, you don't have everybody is just great, the world is great, and like, you don't at least fake that. As far as like a lot of people do kind of put, I'm just great to be here today. This is so much fun. Not like you're not necessarily a downer. You just do your own whatever thing, because every single time I'm out in public with you, if you do talk to people, it's something weird. And
What?
Hey,
All
here's
right.
his phone. You want to talk on the phone? What did you see? Oh, hello, ring, ring. Here you go. Yeah, Daniel's kind of just a free spirit. He believes like that's the emo. It's like cutesy kind of thing too. Anyway, that's my review of Daniel for
Bob
this
Ross
episode.
is my biggest role model.
Yeah, exactly. You watch Bob Ross because it calms you down after you get fingered by the TSA, which I'm sure it does for everybody.
It's not a mistake. It's a happy accident.
That's a good way to explain that one away.
Or why is your hand in there? Oh, don't worry about it.
I'll take that to court. It's just a happy accident.
Your Honor, it's a happy accident.
Your Honor, I don't believe in mistakes. There were no mistakes made. Some other people made their mistakes made, but I think they were always happy little accidents.
Well, I'm gonna have to split here, but I'll let you guys wrap it up and just hope for the best. To everyone listening, since they didn't officially cut me off forever, I'll just
Ha ha! There we go.
Wow, savage. Oh boy.
I won't even block him. He can come back in. I won't even block him, but I had to do it just because he did it to me. That made me so fucking angry. I wasn't even saying anything important. I think I was babbling about nicotine or something.
He did it to you like 4 times.
But yeah, as we've talked about, and it's coming up on close to an hour, and I hope this has been cathartic to some of you. I'm also fine with it being very, very angering to some of you too, because whatever, as long as you're paying attention, I'm fine with that.
And if you are emo, this is my advice of the week, even though it's not advice, just a question. If you are emo and really into Bitcoin, I'd just like to meet you, or at least follow me on Twitter or something, because that's a very curious demographic of people to me as of right now. I just don't think anyone like that exists. But hit me up if you are.
If you're an emo anarcho-capitalist Bitcoiner, please send me a direct message and be like, hello, I exist. And,
actually,
yeah.
I bet there are a ton of emo anarcho-capitalists. Everything sucks. I hate the government, my parents, society.
My parents are just like the Federal Reserve banking, man. It's all bullshit, man. It's all made up.
Fight the system.
Central banks are like the system, bro. Like, you gotta take it down.
Oh, man.
Sucks. Do you feel like a man when you make
classic. Push her around. Do you feel better now, Ben Bernanke or Janet Yellen?
Yeah, but that sucks. You suck, I suck, he sucks, she sucks. We all suck. And take that in all the different connotations that you will.
Even big I can't even remember his name, baloney dude in the chat. That was funny, dude. Thanks for chatting on our episode. You're the man.
Yeah, no, thank you. Everybody's still there. Thank you, NY Cartoons, for hanging in there with us, bitching with us for a little bit. Thank you, Gabrielle, Magius, Jantis, Ryan Huber. There's another dude in there who said my audio is bad. The Grand Poobah, Mr. Baloney Man. And yeah, no, thank you all you guys. Come back next week at 9:00 Eastern, and we probably won't be. NY Cartoons is a freaking loyal fan, says Daniel. He apparently is drinking at the airport as well, or they just grabbed him right whenever he texted that and he fucked it up. He was like, oh! Anyway, but yeah, join us next week.
Accident.
Join us next week, 9 p.m. Eastern, whatever the time is for Daniel. Thank you guys, and bye. Love you guys. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Adios. Go listen to Smart JFA.